It's late, the house is quiet, good day behind you, good life around you. You're just scrolling, half asleep, thumb on glass. And then a song comes on, just 3 seconds in, and something in your chest pulls tight. You're not on the couch anymore. You're 19. It's Friday night, getting ready to go out, the whole night stretched out ahead of you and the whole world too. Then it passes. You're back on the couch, and a thought you never invited is just standing there. When exactly did I turn into this guy? Here's the thing nobody tells you. There's a version of you that never left that night. And after all these years, he still has questions. Because on paper, you did everything right. The family, the kid, the mortgage, you quit drinking, you go to the gym, you show up every single day. And most days, that is enough, more than enough. But every so often, a door swings open somewhere in the back of your mind, and the other half of you walks straight through it. The one who wants to know why you're not still out there, why you're not on some endless trip. You feel it scrolling too. Some guy your age on a beach, no kids in the frame, no schedule, and a voice goes, "That could have been us." He's not your dark side. He's not some breakdown. He's just the other one, the person you could have been, standing right next to who you are. Psychologists actually have a name for him, a possible self. The version of you that you imagine you might become or might have been. We carry these our whole lives. But here's the strange part. They hit hardest in your 40s, not your 20s now. Because at 20, not knowing who you are is allowed. At 45, the world expects you to have arrived. And part of you never got the memo. So the question gets sharper. If I'm so settled, so sure, then why does one old song still split me clean in two? Start with the music. Because the music is almost always the trigger. Why does that one track reach in and grab you when yesterday's hit just plays? Part of it is timing. The songs from when you were 10 to 20 get burned in deeper than almost anything before or since. Researchers call it the reminiscence bump. Your teenage brain was wide open, lighting up to music harder than it ever would again in your life. So that track isn't really just a song, it's a key, cut for one specific door, the exact years your whole identity was being built. And when it plays, it doesn't just tug a memory, it hits a chemical. Real dopamine released in real time, measured inside a brain scanner. Scientists proved it by turning the dial. Boost the dopamine, the music feels better. Block it, and the thrill just drains away. That chill down your spine is chemistry. But here's the honest part, the part most videos skip. That rush doesn't actually send you back in time. It's the same reward circuit you've always had. You just remember that feeling as being young. The chemistry is completely real. The time travel is a story your memory is quietly telling you. And memory tells beautiful stories. Because the past you ache for, it was never as bright as you remember it. Your own brain went back and edited it. There's a bias built into every one of us. The bad fades faster than the good. The boredom, the broke months, the anxiety, quietly deleted over time. What's left is the highlight reel. The new, the first times your brain records those in high definition. Everything ordinary just goes blurry. So you're not really comparing your life now to your life then, you're comparing it to a trailer your own mind cut. Of course, right now looks gray. And then there's one more turn of the screw. The good things you actually have right now. At some point, you simply stopped seeing them. It's called adaptation. You get the thing you wanted, the partner, the home, the calm, and within months, your eye just slides right past it. Not because it isn't good, because it isn't new. The brain spends its attention on novelty, and the life you built by design has less of it. So stack it all up. The past is over-recorded and rose-tinted. The present is real, but it's gone invisible. No wonder the ghost feels more alive than the room. And once that ghost has your ear, he gets bolder, he starts the dangerous sentence, the one that always begins with 2 words, what if? What if I'd taken that job? What if I'd moved to that city? What if I'd stayed with someone else entirely? I'd be living a completely different life. And that part is true. You would. They were different people. It would be a different life. Your mind isn't lying to you about that. Where it lies is much quieter. It whispers that back then you chose, that you weighed it all up and somehow you picked wrong. But you didn't weigh it all up, and there's a small, strange study here that should unsettle you just a little. People were shown 4 identical pairs of stockings and asked to pick the best one, and almost everyone reached for the pair on the far right. Position decided it. Nothing else. The items were literally the same, but when they were asked why, not one single person said position. They gave rich, confident answers instead. The texture, the weave, the quality, reasons their own mind had invented after the choice was already made. That is you looking back at the biggest decision of your life. You feel certain, you know exactly why you chose this person, this path. But so much of that why is a story you're telling right now, built out of how you feel today, not out of what you actually knew back then. And here's where it turns. If today you're tired or stuck or in the middle of a long, cold fight, the story quietly tilts. Suddenly you always sensed it was wrong. You didn't. The unhappiness came first, the rewritten memory came second, just to explain it. And the reasons it might have been worse with someone else? Those you've forgotten completely. Memory keeps the regret and quietly loses the receipts. Here's the cleanest way the science puts it. What if is genuinely useful, but only when you can still change the outcome. Aimed at an open door, it becomes a plan. Aimed at a closed one, a choice made 20 years ago, it's just a treadmill. Same thought, no exit. So what do you actually do with the ghost? Because the loudest answer the internet will give you is, by far, the worst one. Blow it up. Quit. Leave. Sell the car. Chase the second life. Go and get your second wind. The whole midlife crisis story. Except that story is mostly a myth. Most people never have a crisis at all, and the ones who torch a good life rarely find what they were missing on the far side. You're not too boring, you're just not 22 anymore, and the all-night version of you is not waiting for you at any club tonight. So ask yourself straight tonight, would you actually go? Get up, leave the warm house and the sleeping kid, and rave until 4 in the morning? Honestly, no, and that answer is not a defeat. It's information. The ache was never really about the club at all. It's about what the club used to hand you. Intensity, a night with no plan. The simple feeling of being completely, electrically awake. That's the real message buried under the music. Not go back, just this. Something in the life you built has gone a little flat, and flat is fixable. So you don't burn it down, you add to it. That trip you keep envying, take it just shaped to the life you have, not the one you walked away from. Sure, your 6-year-old won't last an hour in some ruined temple, so that's the actual puzzle, not whether to go, but how to go as the people you are now? Whatever's gone missing, intensity, play, something that is purely yours. You don't quit your whole life to find it. You find a way to put it back in. And the music, keep it, turn it all the way up. Nostalgia isn't weakness. It's one of the very few feelings that genuinely hands your life meaning. Just play it right here, in the kitchen, next to the people you actually chose. Put it on with your partner and let the room fill up. And if there's truly no one to play it next to that, right there is the real question. And notice it's not about the club at all. Because if you can't share the music, the problem was never the years you lost. It's a room in your present that's gone quiet and quietly needs you. This is educational, just one way of looking at things, not medical advice, and I'm not your doctor. If that ache ever hardens into something heavier that simply won't lift, please don't sit with it alone. Talk to a professional. So next time that song comes on and the other you wakes up, let him. Just listen for a minute. He isn't here to take your life away. He's only here to remind you that you were fully alive once, wide open, lit up. And the trick was never to chase him backwards into the dark. It's to be that awake again, right here, in the life that somewhere underneath all the noise you actually chose, and still get to choose tonight.